The current global climate change poses a threat to food security, nutrition needs of nations. For Zimbabwe, climate experiences have caused moderate to severe drought conditions regularly. These conditions have had an impact on food security. This has affected growth of children through reduced food availability and dietary diversity. The rapidly increasing global population, limited natural resources, and climatic changes has resulted in the need for a sustainable increase in food production. For Zimbabwe, the government and development partners are working together to bring innovation and good farming practices, which will improve food production and farming, thus feeding the nation. Rural communities in the country are taking a lead to reduce the impact of climate change by initiating climate resilience and adaptation programs in the battle to ensure food and nutrition security at household level.
Saka makiwa gardens edu ndatini ina advantage kutanga ndeyekuti muriwo yeumwe iri more nutritious in terms of micronutrients anditi advantage yechipiri ndeyekuti riri economic in terms of water consumption haridye mvura yakawanda. Tine chihoro chatinogadzira pakati tine horo inenge iri pakati inoiswa matombo nemufudze munyoro. Sense ye that horo yoyo ndo panodiridzwa napo munhu akapedza kusuka muriwo wake apedza kusuka ndiro dzake mvura yake yoyo even ine sipo yoyo anodira chi pahoro paipai. Saka mvura inozofiltwa burikidza nematombo yanenge arimo yakutenderera nekihoro redu chinodiridzira. Hapana need yekunyanyoti munhu asenge mabhaketsi emvura acho achidini achizodiridzira. Tinokurudzira vanhu kuti vadyare vegetables ari nutritious.
Mashonaland and Central Province is home to various nutrition-sensitive interventions to assist the rural communities in the battle to reduce high levels of malnutrition.
The biofortified foods is coming on board simply to address the what we are calling hidden hunger. That is the nutrition deficiency that is actually affecting our communities. So if you look at orange maize, it is fortified with vitamin A. If you look at our newer fortified beans, it is fortified with the zinc and iron. So if a family has access to these kind of foods, it actually nourishes them. It actually boosts their immune system. It actually also boosts them in terms of nutrient content in their bodies. So we are also saying at least biofortification or consumption of biofortified foods is another avenue which we are also using to address the problem of stunting.
For Mr. Musonza, a farmer in Chiweshe, improving household food security and alleviating micronutrients deficiencies is everyone's responsibility.
I'm urging the community around me to go biofortified, to reduce the hospital bill by eating foods that protect your body, that build the immune system, that give you health. So the community around me, a lot of them have listened to the voice of reason, and they are now pestering me with requests for seed. But unfortunately, I don't have enough seed. The little that I have, I dish out to the lucky few ones.
This challenge of malnutrition is certainly beyond the capacity of a single sector.
Currently in Zimbabwe, our stunting nationally stands at 26.7% of children who are under the age of 5 are currently stunted in the country. Evidence has shown that nutrition-sensitive interventions have a more impact on stunting. Unlike the traditional nutrition-specific, whereby we go with a child for immunization, we take a child to the clinic, we need to upgrade the nutrition-sensitive intervention. So currently we're trying to promote the multi-sectoral approach to stunting reduction. What we mean by multi-sectoral is that we've realized that it's not just the Ministry of Health that has to intervene in terms of stunting reduction, but the other ministries have to come in other government partners, other development partners, other NGOs coming to also assist the government. So stunting reduction has to be multi-sectoral, and it also has to be at the different levels of implementation. For example, at the national level, the provincial level, the district level, and also involving the communities. So at community level, we are trying to promote what is called the multi-sectoral community-based model, whereby we're saying as a community or as an area, there are different things that are contributing to your stunting in that particular area. So you have to come together as a community, see what you can do as a community with very minimum intervention from government or other development partners, and come together and upgrade your community in terms of the different interventions that are happening in the communities. So at district level, provincial level, national level, we've got multi-sectoral food and nutrition security committees, which are made up of government departments, development partners, and also NGOs. So they also come in to monitor some of the interventions that are happening at community level, but also at national level, making sure that the policies and strategies that are relevant to support these interventions are also in place.
The government, through the Food and Nutrition Council, is championing the coordination, analysis, and promotion of a cohesive national response by multiple sectors.
The government, through the Food and Nutrition Council, has established what we are calling Food and Nutrition Security Committees. We have seen that malnutrition, specifically stunting, is not a problem which can be addressed by one sector alone. So we have decided to bring the different stakeholders on the same table, so that at the end of the day, each particular sector, each particular stakeholder has a role to play in terms of reducing stunting. So these committees are from national level, province, district, ward level. So we also want to see these cascading to village levels. So in terms of this committee at sub-district level, that is ward and village, we are making sure that our traditional leaders are part and parcel of these committees. Why we are bringing in the traditional leaders? Because these are the owners of the people in cause. Whatever they say, our people will listen. So sensitizing the different traditional leaders into trying to address the problem of stunting has gone a long way in making sure that our communities also accept that they can also do something in terms of reducing our stunting. So we are saying community participation is key when you want to reduce stunting in the country. Where there is no community participation, just bringing in an intervention from central government to community level, it will not be owned by the community. We want people to identify their own problems, identify their possible solutions, and trying to engage so that they, as different stakeholders, they also try to come out there with solutions and also lessen the burden on in terms of the central government coming down to assist. So we are also saying stunting is a problem. We are well around 26.7% of our children are stunted at the moment. So it's actually a mammoth task for the country to make sure that at least we have gone to levels below 20%. So stunting is not a problem which can be addressed overnight. It's a long-term problem, which also requires long-term solutions. It might take 3-4 years to see significant changes in terms of the interventions that we are doing as Food and Nutrition Council. But as we speak now, in terms of health-seeking behavior, we have gone a milestone. In terms of communities or trying to own the intervention that we are also trying to assist with or coordinate, we have also gone a milestone.
Looking at trying to reduce micronutrient deficiencies, we're seeing biofortification coming on board. We started with the beans, now we have the orange maize that is being promoted. We've got even fortification at industrial level. The government is trying to promote that as well, fortifying the sugar that people are consuming, fortifying mealie meal, fortifying flour, to make sure that the population is well nourished. We've got upgrading of our clinics, trying to promote community-based growth monitoring so that we monitor what is happening at community level, and even supporting the clinics, trying to upgrade clinics to make sure that they have what is adequate for them to function. I would speak about the Department of Social Welfare. They've got their social protection activities that are happening, the food aid that is going on, which might not be adequate, but at least it's something that is going on, the grain distribution that they're doing, the presidential input distributions that are happening, we've starting to see embracing of the nutrition in terms of some of these programs that are happening.
The introduction of a nutrition-specific and nutrition-sensitive interventions, which adopts a multi-sectoral approach to tackling child stunting, is indeed bearing fruit in the fight to improve household food security.
Kuno hatina dambudziko rekuti kune nzara kana kuti chikafu kana kuti tinowana zvikafu zvakasiyana siyana zvine kudya kwakasiyana siyana kwacho kunodiwa ikoko tinokuwana mutswanda mune mavheju mavegetable tinorima zvakare kuskimu ikoko tinorima akasiyana siyana saka zvese zvinhu zvedu zvinenge zvichifamba tinotongonzwa kuti yowe nyika iri kurema yadi asi isusu hazvisi kurema zvedu zviri kuendeka zviri kufamba ndofunga maona panze apa tabva kumabroiler tikabva kumabushville tikabva kunguruve zvose zviripo saka kana tanetawo nebhinzi toenda kuhuku tanetawo kuhuku toenda kupoko tanetawo poko toenda kufish saka zvinhu zvedu zvese zvine zviri right
panapa inzungu idzi nzungu ndogona kuita dovi kana kuti tashaya muriwo ndokanga ndoisa sauti totodya sadza iri rinori bhinzi iri ndiro ribhinzi racho iri ramuri kuona iri ndiro iri rakabva kugadheni saka ndo rinonzi NUA 45 iri bhinzi iri rine iron nezingi ndofunga kana madzimai aidya dhaga akadya bhinzi iri hauzombofa wakadya futi chinonzi dhaga ndo zviri pabhinzi iro riri rinokurudzirwa kuti ridyiwe nemadzimai akazvitakura kuitira kuti varege kurasikirwa neropa rakawanda zviyo munogona kuita upfu kana kuti mogona kunyika meita chimera moita maheu nzara ichaita sei haicharova kuvana toenda kumuriwo wamuri kuona uyu muriwo womutsine kasora kanonzi tsine muriwo uyu unowedzera ropa ukadya unokurudzirwa kuti udyiwe nevane chirwere muriwo wamuri kuona uyu toenda iri ikebichi kebichi iri takaririma kugadheni kwedu uko ndobva tafusha ndakarifushira mumumvuri ndarifushira mumvuri ndobva raoma saka ndoratanga tichidya nguva yese kwanga kusina muriwo uchitonetsa toenda pamhodzi idzi imhodzi ndofunga mhodzi dziri pakawanda dzinogadzira nyama inonzi mabumbe mhodzi dzinogadzira mafuta cooking oil mhodzi munogona kushaya muriwo mokanga moisa sauti motodya mhodzi idzi toenda pachibage
chikafu chemombe chembudzi chehuku
nemhodzi toenda pachibage ichi ndo chibage chinonzi orange maize orange maize ina vitamin A vitamin A inobatsira kugadzira ganda remunhu kuti kana ukakuvara ronda rinokurumidza kuita sei kuvharika nokuti ropa rako rakakwana rine chikafu toenda kuvana vana vedu vakapiwa chikafu cheorange maize vanokura zvakanaka majoini avo anokura akasimba nemabhonzi avo zvinokura zvakaita sei zvakasimba ndo zvine orange maize toenda panyimo zinyimo idzi nyimo dzedu idzi unogona kukanga woisa sauti otodya munogona kubika moita muriwo munogona kubika nechibage orange maize ichi motora nyimo dzenyu moita sei moisa motodya unonzi mutakura
zvinhu bva taona tiyachembera bva tamboisa masweet cabbage tikadya ndofunga kunguva yakakura tikaabvisa zvakare tikadzorera spinach but ari kutiitira zvakanaka nokuti pese patinenge tangonzwira kuti tikuda muriwo tizozvichero pakauya kana muenzi achiti anongodawo muriwo munyoro tinongotema asi hatisi kuupedza zvikuru sei kunyanya iyo nguva ine iri kunaya mvura aiwa tingoona jehovha vachingotiitira zvakanaka togara takangodya green kana tisinawo kuda muriwo nyevhe takasiya chigadheni chenyevhe chiri paseri apo futi toenda kunyevhe todya nyevhe mbora zvinowakwanika mumunhu saka zviri kutiitira zvakanaka tiri kutoramba tichingoti dai dzidziso yaramba ichingoya kwatiri tirambe tichingoitirwa zvakanaka.
So we are saying for a household to consume a 4-star diet, it's no longer expensive. If someone consumes sadza made from orange maize and vegetables like spinach or kovo or rugare or rep combined with, we are saying orange maize, we have vegetables, we combine with nyemba, cowpeas in soup. That's a 4-star diet because in cowpeas we are getting our proteins. Then we move on to sadza, we are getting our carbohydrates. Plus it's orange maize, we get vitamin A, so it's vitamins. Then we move on to spinach. Spinach, it has iron and also it's a sort of vitamin. Or kovo is a source of vitamin. So that's a 4-star diet that we are promoting here. That is cheap and that is locally accessible.
In Mount Darwin, food and nutrition committees have established targeted nutrition interventions and community-based initiatives to reduce child stunting.
After using the toilet, saka community medu matigere maneighbor women lead mothers hapana pamba pamunosvika pasina chinonzi chigubhu giya takaona kuti tiite zvinhu zvinodhura zvinonetsa mari yacho hatiwani kuno kunyumba hakuna mari tinoshanda nezvinhu zvatinowana munharaunda yedu mai vanonotema kana baba vanonotema miti 2 ine mhandi 1 chokrosa toteura chigubhu chedu chakapera drink kana chokukumbirawo kune vakanga vatenga drink ravo tochiboora chigubhu ichocho toisa mumvura imomo kana ndine mari ndogona kuisa to safe kana kuti liquid soap handina liquid soap handina safe mai vanodzidza kugara negaba ravo rine dota rogara kudhuze nekutoilet vabva kumutoilet vanotora dota ravo voenda pachigubhu giya chavo havabate chigubhu giya nokuti maoko avo anenge akasviba vanongosikochitsika chete giya racho nderekutsika chigubhu chobva chapenuka vogeza maoko avo voenda kunobata basa ravo mumba rokubikira vana chikafu chinovaka muviri rokudzivirira vana kubva kuzvirwere nokuti maoko avo anenge achena. Tadaro K group model yakatibatsira sefacility patakaitanga haina kunyanya kutinetsa tichisensitize vana kansela masabhuku vedu haina kutinetsa tichitanga kusenza pano 2010 taita madiarrheal diseases per week taigona kuripota 14 taigona kuripota 20 wosheya kuti hei vanhu kuchii kati mabhoo of course mashoma zvavo asi sei kuri nani kuno kwakanyanya. But iye nhasi tsoka ndikatora bhuku redu reweekly surveillance ratinoripota madiarrheal diseases iwayo you find kuti nhamba yatirikutaura ye14 per week iye zvoti pamwe per month hatitosviki per month togona kutoita pamwe 2 per week takuita 1 less than 5 per week but taita 14 per week nhamba yatakuita per month ndiyataita per week saka ndonotika through the group model yakatibatsira kuti zvirwere zvakafanana nemanyoka zviite zvishoma ezvinonzi kolera ndofika kolera kunonga yakatedzisa 20 mheno kokoko inisisi vakasenza pano hatisatamboita ekolera case which means kana iri behavior yehendi washing yakabata iri kushanda chaizvo nekuti hatina kolera kunonga.
A better coverage of nutrition-specific interventions for women and children is also vital, and this includes discouraging early marriages, improving socio-economic status and control over resources, as well as improving access to water, sanitation, and cooking fuel facilities.
I think the woman or the young woman plays a very critical role in terms of stunting reduction. For example, when you want to look at infant and young child feeding, they are the ones that decide what the child is going to eat. So ultimately, they have to be like the target of many of our interventions so that they have the knowledge, they have the skills. We make sure that they have the time, we make sure that they have the resources in order for them to cater for the infant and young child feeding that is required. So we need to upgrade the women, we need to empower the women, we need to train them, and we need to educate them in terms of what they're supposed to feed their families and what they're supposed to do in terms of their households, to keep their households clean, to make sure that when they're preparing the food for their children, they're preparing in a clean environment, to make sure that even the other caring practices of the children, they're all taken care of, so that it's not just feeding, but it's also multi-sectoral in the different interventions that need to happen.
Panapa kana uchinge wapinda mutoilet ndofunga usati wapinda mutoilet sezvo kunoko hatina mari ndinouya pabhiri hangu kana mune mapepa arimo ndotora ndopinda hangu mutoilet ndapinda mutoilet ndobuda ndinouya sezvo pamwe tinoshayiwa sipo hatina sipo ndotora dota rangu ndobva ndatsika chigiya changu ndakutobvisa ndakuenda hangu kumba ndakaita sei ndakachena.
This principle of utilizing local resources for sustainable social and economic transformation is proving to be a game changer to reducing food insecurity on vulnerable communities.
It is the locally available, the things that we are used to every day. So it's just a matter of how to put them on the table. How to put them on the table. And like Mazoe, we are the breadbasket of Zimbabwe, but we've got a tendency of losing almost all the nutritious things to other people, foreigners, because we sell almost everything and then we leave nothing for our kids and children. So that's why we are telling them, we are educating them to empower them to eat those crops, then sell the surplus to their neighbors.
The traditional diet is since been shunned by the current generations, but it is something that we are also trying to promote. Let's go back to basics. What our great mothers used to eat, let's also go back and eat them. If you still to reckon, our grandmothers, our grandfathers could not fall ill so easily because they were eating these traditional dishes. So we are also saying as Food and Nutrition Council, let's try and promote our traditional dishes, which they provide the necessary nutrients that a body needs for one to be.
A lot of people came to me looking for this orange maize. I failed to see in my granary kuti ndichasara ndisina. Angoya chisaga. I wanted to share the good news with others to eat, for them to taste the goodness found in our orange maize.
We're seeing more improvement in terms of uptaking of these interventions, and we also hope that, when next we come with statistics, we hope that the statistics will speak for themselves.
Thus, with such evidence-based nutrition-sensitive interventions, there is hope to improving household food security, thereby contributing to the food security and nutrition needs of the nation.